The little badger was chewing twigs by the riverside when suddenly, his teeth just stopped working. His fellow badgers burst into laughter, but that laughter turned into a scream the very next second. The badger spun around and saw a chubby king, crown shining, glaring right at him. The king shoved a heavy axe toward him and started sketching a palace on the ground. The tiny badger lit up with excitement. "I'll build your palace!" And just like that, he launched into action. His speed, his style, easily 20 times sharper than any super lumberjack. Within hours, a giant wooden structure stood tall. Only problem? It looked nothing like the king's blueprint. The king roared, "Work for 24 hours straight." Exhausted and aching, the little badger had no choice. He worked for 2 days and nearly 3 nights, clearing half the forest just to keep up. When the king finally woke up, he saw himself hanging midair and screamed. Right in front of him stood a 3,000-meter tall palace touching the clouds. At first he cheered, but then the palace trembled and collapsed in seconds. The king ran for his life, while the badger stared in disbelief at the falling wooden ruins. Furious, the king shouted, "What have you built? Do it again!" For the first time, the badger snapped, "No more!" Enraged, the king grabbed him and threw him deep into the forest. The badger barely survived, clinging to a tree root. Just then, a massive storm broke loose. The forest shook, and yet the stubborn king marched back inside the ruined palace. One strong gust, and the whole structure crumbled like paper. The king flew into the air. The badger swung the axe, and it struck the king's head. His arrogance was so heavy, it brought about his own end.